Hey guys, what's up? It's your man Pete. I know it's been a while. I've been busy. I'm so sorry. I promise I've been working really hard. It's just been mad and crazy and busy ever since the beginning of the year. From January, February, March, April, it's just been absolutely bonkers here in Toronto and the GTA for real estate and buying home. But it seems like things are slowing down just a tad little bit here right now. It almost just feels like spring came really early and the summer also came really early, which has replaced the spring market. But the incredible pace that we were on in the first quarter of the year was just completely unsustainable. Sales activity up 51% in January and February, a ridiculous 95% in March, absolutely absurd number of 359% for the month of April, and the May numbers haven't even come out yet, but we expect to see them in about a week or so. I mean, these kind of numbers are like Bitcoin numbers. But of course, we all know the numbers are a little bit skewed because the market completely tanked in April of last year when the pandemic really took hold. And then we all know the story that the housing market slowly started picking back up and picking up steam, and it actually ended up becoming much hotter towards the end of 2020, not just catching up to normal numbers, but surpassing a regular year. And then of course the torrid pace has carried forward here early in 2021. But I just wanted to bring some attention to some of the larger factors that are going to affect the market here for the rest of the year, namely being the newly introduced increase in the stress test, to make sure that people are not too strained in forcing themselves into the market when they can't afford it. And then of course we shouldn't forget that the vaccine rollout has been somewhat successful here in Canada and in Ontario and Toronto, which means that people are not really spending that much time focusing on buying and selling homes, and they're actually getting out and gathering with friends and family again. And then of course just around the corner we've got summer vacation for the kiddies where they're going to get off school, and so parents literally have to be there, where we have parents who will actually need to take some time off and spend it with their kids because some of the day camps and school camps are not completely open yet. And then there might even be the possibility of some air travel, and of course the regular cottage or vacation rental market. Things are just looking to slow down, and I think they've already started, probably because of the new introduced stress test. So we can expect the market to soften up a little bit. It's already started to happen. It will probably continue over the next couple of months before maybe we'll start to see a pickup again in activity, maybe towards the end of the summer or into the early fall. And then of course what that means is we're possibly headed more towards a balanced market, where bidding wars won't be so intense. There will literally and physically be a lot less buyers actually out there competing for properties with you. And the truth of the matter is a lot of those really eager buyers have already made their moves in the second half of 2020, or of course during that crazy quarter here in 2021. As this was pointed out in the Toronto Real Estate Board's latest report, where they basically pointed out that the biggest pool of buyers have probably already purchased already, and we may be coming towards the end of that really strong buying activity. For me, I think that's a great thing, especially for buyers, right? Because frankly, it's been a while since we've actually seen a balanced or a buyer's market. And for those of you who follow my channel, you know what a buyer's market or a balanced market looks like. But for those of you who are new, I'll give you some of the major highlights of what you should be looking out for in the next couple of months. So you will likely be able to get to see more houses in condos so that you can make a decision on your next purchase. Don't need to rush as intensely as you did before. I mean, you still got to be motivated to make a decision and to actually make a move where you're not just window shopping or kicking tires with your agent. Please don't do that with your agent. Don't do that with me. Definitely not. And then because of the reduced activity and the reduced amount of offers, you may be able to get into the desired neighborhood that you always wanted to be in. Whereas during the competitive times, you actually had to be forced out of that area. So if you're a buyer out there, I really want you to think about the next few months as being a great opportunity for you to get in. I wouldn't expect the price to be coming down because once they get up there, it's pretty hard for prices to come back down, as we've seen over the last, 20 years here in Toronto. But the real advantage for you buyers here who are looking to do something over the summer is that, again, you don't have to compete with other people. You don't have to get into this crazy bidding war, and you don't have to start throwing out tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get a property. It's a very opportunistic time, and I think you guys should definitely try to take advantage of it if you didn't get in the last 12 months. And it's just great because you can sort of take your time. You can do it like it's a traditional showing and offer scenario. You could look at a number of houses, you put in an offer, you negotiate with the seller, perhaps you can put in some conditions. You have a bit of time to work and to make decisions. You might even have a few choices to choose from, especially if you're in the condo market. But of course, all of this depends on the neighborhood that you're looking to buy in. It depends on the price point because some spots are still very competitive. So we have to discuss and we got to work closely together to figure out what's the best approach or the best course of action for you depending on market conditions. But it's really starting to feel like the winds are changing, you know what I mean? Like we're getting that breather of a moment, and it might last a little bit longer than normal. So it really puts you in a good spot as a buyer if you're looking to do something over the next couple of months here in Toronto and the greater Toronto area. For you sellers, I'll probably do a different video to explain how you can manage and navigate this type of market as well too. Of course, it depends on every neighborhood or different situation, but I like giving sort of the high level analysis and opinions that I see here in the marketplace. I mean, I know you guys just love the competition, right? You like beating out another buyer, you know, ripping out their heart and then laughing in this loud demonic laugh. But honestly and truthfully, when you're buying a house or condo, you want it to be a little bit more relaxed. You want to feel comfortable with your decision. You want to have seen enough properties and be able to do your due diligence and not have to give up too much when you're negotiating with a seller, which is what we potentially see happening here in the greater Toronto area over the next couple of months. So if you're looking or you're thinking of buying something in the next couple of months, then we definitely encourage you to give us a shout here at Selling Toronto. We obviously give you guys the best professional advice. We have 10 plus years of experience in this business. We've seen the market go up. We've seen the market flatten out. We've pretty much seen every type of deal that there is to see in this crazy, hectic, and fast-paced dynamic market that we call the Toronto real estate market. And of course, as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Throw us up a like if you've got a second or two. We would really appreciate it, and the universe is going to give you tons of good karma if you do that. So until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for following the channel. We really appreciate you, and we really look forward to working with you next. And we'll see you in the next one, I promise. Bye for now.